The Bostonian is Matt Perrault.
This is our city.
The book is Dave Sharapan.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Together, they are the Bostonian versus the book.
You covered! You covered 12! I covered!
Follow the show on Twitter at Boston versus the book.
How do you like them apples?
Bringing you the best insight on sports betting news, Matt and Dave's daily picks, and an entertaining and unfiltered dive into the sports betting industry. Here's Dave Sharapan and Matt Perrault.
And here we go.
Happy Monday, guys. What's up? Welcome into a later than usual edition of the Bostonian versus the book. We'll tell you why we're on a little late here in just 1 second, but we are loaded. NFL stories popping all over the place, guys. The chat, hey, we need you today. If you guys can tell us breaking news, please don't get fooled. But if there is legitimate breaking news, okay, NFL free agency is absolutely rocking the sports world today, as what they do all the time. The NFL just is amazing at this. They take over everything, and boy, is free agency rocking around the league. We'll get to the Saquon Barkley story. That might be the biggest of the moves. Star Penn State running back goes home to Philadelphia to go play for the Eagles, stays inside the division. We are live on YouTube at Boston versus the book, the same on our X Twitter channel, replayed on SiriusXM channel 159 and on Sports Grid. How are you, sir? It's a Monday, but it feels like it's already football season.
Yeah, it's a little bit much, but with March going on and the madness coming up, the big, the big live show we got coming up and all this other stuff. So yeah, it's a busy morning. And I mean, I just left the joint and I got here and you telling me all these moves. I didn't even know any of this happened. So I'm catching up like the rest of you. You guys, if you're catching up or you're watching on 1.25 speed or 1.5 speed or regular speed, whatever you're watching here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Numbers keep going up. We don't know why. We just know that we keep showing up.
So why are we here a little bit late? This is why. Dave had a chance to go to the grand opening that happened at the Silverton, which is a little bit south of the Strip. It's on your way to the South Point and the far reaches going to California. But one, Dave, how was the grand opening? Two, what does the book look like? And three, how many times are we going to be there for the Brigade Proxy service? Because I feel like we just found our new home.
The ribbon cutting, I've been a part of so many of them that it's just another thing for me, but it was an excuse to go and see everybody. So said hello to Derek, said hello to Mike Palm. All the suits are there. The Silverton people are there. You can't bet Lakers over the counter. You can't bet hockey there because they have that stipulation. They're part owners of, they have a piece of the Lakers and they have a piece of the Kings. So the NHL mandates that if you have a piece and you have a casino, you can't take bets there, but you can take bets on the app.
Okay.
So there's a loophole. I spent many times there as it was a CG book before. And Benson was great. He's like, this doesn't look like CG anymore, does it? I'm like, no, all the red is gone. It looks completely different, but 3 windows, seating capacity up to 70. Saw Patrick Everson there. It was great. It was great. There's those machines are right behind the actual book. So
upgraded the screens.
Screens are upgraded.
Screens is good. I mean,
the
that's
betting menu's obviously upgraded. It's full service circuit book. There's kiosks there, and they're gonna try to decide how many to infiltrate the casino with, different parts of the casino.
Okay.
Put them just to be available because they have a book on the other side of the casino already. This was being built, so they got the license, opened up, and they've been there since January. So they have odds boards, a counter set up. They're taking away everything but the odds boards. So you can see the odds over their screens, but you'll still be able to go hang out in the book. It's great, man. It was just an excuse to see people. Metcalf was there, discussed the state of the business. a lot of different things. So it was fun.
So Football Guy 97 and others, we were chatting back and forth, and this is just sort of put it in your brain. If you're going to be coming to Vegas for the signups, Football Guy said, okay, what's the closest way if I'm going to fly in, sign up, and fly out?
Yep.
Silverton or Tuscany, either or.
Yep.
You can get the job done. If you are driving from California, however, though, it is 100% the Silverton. If you're coming up even from Arizona, depending on the way you go, that is off strip, easy, free parking, really easy in and out. I used to go there all the time when Madeline was little. They have this gigantic fish tank that has a mermaid inside of it.
Yes, sir.
Was there and swims around, and you guys could take mermaid lessons there and whatnot. So I've been to that casino a ton. It's really convenient. It's really simple. And the book is right when you walk in too. You just walk in, there's the book. So Brigade Proxy Service coming up once they open up the signups. We're going to be there. And if you're looking for a quick in and out and get in and not, I mean, Tuscany.
Whoa. Quick in and out. What are we talking about here this early in the morning on a Monday? What are you doing?
So you know, everyone loves a quickie. You come in and you go and get it done. That's the Silverton. Just kind of put it in your brain. Okay. It's going to be a really great place for Circa Million and Circa Survivor to sign up for their contest this coming season. So we're looking forward to seeing all you guys and meeting all you guys. Tuscany will still be there. If you want to go to Tuscany, we can take care of there. We'll go to Circa. We'll go to the D. I mean, we'll still go to all the places we went last year. But this is a cool addition, Dave. This is neat to have that option.
It's perfect. They're going to own the southwest part of the valley. I used to go down there to the M when it was CG. That corner, I mean, Chris and Vinny and those guys do a great job at South Point. This is going to up the level of competition, which is ultimately what consumers want. Different books, different prices, different levels of service. If you're doing the fly-by sign-up, that's what we're going to call it, the Brigade Proxy, we specialize in this. We'll meet you at the place. Tuscany's really close to the airport, boys and girls.
It is.
Go to Fat Panda. If you want to fly in from Denver, we'll, I mean, if you give me enough notice and we're not doing anything, I'll pick you up, take you there, and drive you back. We'll save you the time. But I mean, if nothing else, we'll meet you at the property, sign you up, and it can run you back one way. So you can fly in the morning and be home for dinner. I mean, the signups we got down.
And just so you guys know, Bonvi, yes, you can stay at Silverton. It's a full casino property with hotel stays and everything else.
And there's other locations, there's other hotels right by there. They've built up that area. The Hyatt places there. There's a bunch of different places right there. Tons of food options inside the casino, outside the casino, all kinds of stuff. So absolutely, boys and girls, if you're coming to sign up for the contest, the Brigade Proxy Service phone number is 702-570-8255. That's the text number. Text that number, make an appointment, they'll get in touch with us and we'll set up a time to go meet you. In fact, I'm going to have them text the hat orders to that number too. That's what we're going to do. We can send a text right to that number if you want to order hats. We're going to work on that. We'll tell you about that here in a little bit. 702-570-8255. They can send it. Because we got to get these things organized.
What does that stand for? What does 8255 stand for again? I forget what did we create that acronym? Didn't we create an acronym to that?
Yeah.
I can't
Sonic will remember. I can't remember.
I can't remember the acronym.
I can't remember what it was.
There was something that the 8255 spells out.
Yes.
But I can't remember what it was.
There is a Bass Pro Shop there too.
There is, yeah.
Yeah, there's a Bass Pro Shop.
But that's a text line right there, 702-570-8255.
That'll pick up. Now, they're not going to do anything with that until the schedule release of the NFL. So you see what's going on in the NFL. I mean, it's incredible.
Addison wants the stinger.
The BPS stinger? Do you have it handy?
I always have it handy. It's just one of those things of like block your ears. Told you, blocky.
Bam! Blew out a couple speakers on some old cars. That's fine.
Thank you. Thank you, SoCal. Thank you. I knew it spelled something out.
570-TALK. 702-570-TALK.
Thank you.
That'll get you in touch with the Brigade Proxy Service. We'll get in touch with us. We'll be able to see it, meet you. Listen, we met so many great people from doing that last year. It was one of the great joys of 2023 was that we actually did it. And got to meet one-on-one with a lot of people, stayed in touch with them all throughout the season, whether the picks were going good, bad, and different. You still send them. When you forget, we got in touch with you to remind you. There's a deadline. That deadline's going to stay the same. We get the picks in, and you get to participate in the Las Vegas contest that Circa runs or the Westgate runs.
Either or,
Shot at some money. I mean, we had our guy Tu Wong won Wang place. Our other Westgate guy, Stewart, finishing the money. It's fun, but we're going to use that for the text line to get hats, because I gotta mention these when we get to the next part of the rundown.
Joseph, the contests are $1,000 entries each. We'll have conversations later this summer about what it costs to hire us to be your proxies, but it's $1,000 to enter the contest, both of them, both Million and Survivor or Westgate. For that,
right,
to go with that. So
yeah, they're not upping it. I know Circa's not upping the contest entry. I don't think Westgate is.
No,
Westgate has that $5,000
gold
contest. Way less people, but it's winner take all. But it's a life changer. It's a big one.
So we are less than 2 weeks away from our live shows at Resorts World. Okay, so this is now. We're in the go time area. If you're going to wind up coming to be a part of this, so just put this in your brain as you guys are going to get ready to come to us to be a part of this. Okay. Our live shows at Resorts World Thursday, Friday, March 21st and 22nd. The email address is askthebvb@gmail.com. Send us an email. We'll send you over a room code. We think that's working better now than what it was before, but you don't have to stay at Resorts World. Obviously, we'd like you to, but you don't have to. You can 100% be a part of this event without actually physically staying at Resorts World. There's plenty of other places in Vegas to come in and stay. And if you have a friend, family, whatever, come on in, be a part of it. 4 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. both days, live from Red Tail, which is a little bit further away from the book. You're going to go to the book. You're going to walk to the other side of left. Actually, it's through the all the way through the food court. If you go to the district entrance off the strip, that's where Red Tail is. It's right by the nightclub. It's right by Zook. So
right next to Zook.
The hat you were wearing. Why don't you
How about this? We just got our guy. We just got some inventory and produced this hat. This is I did two different ones. So this is the black model, exclusive March Madness Resorts World BVB meetup hat drop, like the kids like to say. But we got black and red and a little homage to our original logo, which you can see right in the middle of our screen here. And our colors are basically up above. So that's the black model. And then the white model is this one right here.
Oh, snap.
Both will be available for, if you guys show up, we'll have them. So, and if you want to get them, text the number, text the Brigade Proxy Service number. We'll see if we can get you a hat, get them out to you that way. Fire hats. That's what we're trying to do. That pops off the black hat. Yes, it does, Jay Dow. We got to get you guys. Yep, me likey, JC from KC. We'll leave this one on a little bit because it's working. It definitely working, boys and girls. But we got some good stuff, good quality hats. It's important to me to get good quality. We haven't outsourced the merch yet because I'm anal about it, and I want you to get a hat and care about it like the boys that have them do. Like I got one guy that's afraid to wear it. I said, well, wear it out a little bit. I can't wear it in the rain, Dave. I can't wear it if I'm on a sweat, Dave. I can't wear it if I'm in a place where I could possibly, get it messed up. I'm like, well, that means you can wear it in your house. Okay, That's fine. But that's what we're doing. We'll have those at the Resorts World live meetup. Arrigo tweeted it out. It's filling up. I mean, listen, guys, it's free. Just show up.
It's free. And that's the biggest hook there. It's a bar. Okay. So you're going to be able to drink and hang out and order food and whatnot, but it is free. And that is a monster. There are some places charging up to $700 just to walk in to be a part of their party. Okay. So our party is free, 100% free. If you get a Genting card, your parking is free. So when you go to Resorts World, you get a card, you're free parking as well. So it's really,
and that whole process is completely automated, boys and girls. If you don't want to go and sign up at a club and all this other, like your experience in the past, You literally walk up to a kiosk, insert your license, and you get a card printed, which will then you put in the parking, thing in and out, then you get free parking. So
Yeah,
it's worth it alone for that. Come see the boys hang out. We'll have basketball on.
the Warriors had 3 times. Now it's in bubble wrap.
See, JPC
That's great.
the fourth got that white model Lions colors hats, and it is tough to keep the white clean, but just take my money, Monty. Listen, we're working on it. That's what we got. Let's go. Order 2.
Vinny needs a new one. He wore his hat so much.
See, that's the problem. That's when you wear too much, that's why you got to have 2. That's why I tried to get, I thought, all right, we're going to do the black model and the white model. And, you can wear the white when it's nice out. You wear the black, can kind of be the weather hat. I mean, I see Mikey's Awesomes in person in Virginia. I said, Mikey, and Mikey's the only person that has his combination hat.
True.
And it's worn out, P-Roll. We got to get this.
See, okay, so here's my concern. If what happens if we sell out before? What happens if we get the orders? We sell out before we even get to the party on Thursday, the 21st.
Listen, I got the guys trying to scarf up all the new era model hats that we can, but I tested a couple other, like a golf hat, like a weather type, like they have these SPF hats that they're stretch fit, but they're like made for the desert. They're really nice. But I don't know if the logo is going to hold on it. It's a little soft. The best part about these new eras is get the nice quality front.
Mm-hmm.
So the logo just bam, it comes off perfect. So listen, we're experimenting. This is like betting futures. Sometimes you got to put it out there a little bit. Sometimes you test it out because you will sell out before if you let us. Damn, J Dow.
Well, we'll see. I mean, we'll see what ends up happening with 702-570-TALK. It's 702-570-8255. If you want one of the hats Dave just showed you, if you're coming to the weekend, we will have those things available for you guys Thursday and Friday. You can come on in, you can sweep on in. And look, I do understand you guys, we will still do customized hats. Okay. That is still coming down the pipe, Jim. So like, hold off. Like we'll have a plan as to how we're going to be doing that. This is just the first time we're going to be offering these things for sale coming with this event at Resorts World. So this is just a kind of test case to see. We're going to crawl before we run. There will be customized order opportunities. There will be things you guys can do to get what you want from a color scheme. Text
the order to that, what you're thinking, and we'll see if we can do it. I got them, the Brigade Proxy people have it set up where they can get the name. I need a name, address, and what you want or what you dream of, and dream of whatever you want. And I'll see if I can get it done. I got a guy who's on board for what he called, he's like, this Brigade thing is taking off, huh? I said, just a little. I said, I'm trying to get him to put it on in the lid stores. That's the next move. He can put us on.
Just in the South outlets or everywhere?
I don't know how these things happen. I mean, we start with one and we go. Bro, that's, I don't
watch our language.
I don't know how it happens. Well, no, it won't be on the audio all the time.
Okay.
It will only be on the video.
Got some 6-year-old little kid looking up going, Mommy, why did that guy say that?
Well, listen, if that happens and we get to that point, we'll watch the language and we'll save it for BVB bonus time, which we do every day.
Right.
That's all. Bucket hats. Good call, football guy 97. Need bucket hats. We're working on that. Got to get that logo to pop on that bucket hat. I got this Kangol bucket hat over here.
Talk for 1 second. I got to check something.
Uh-oh. All right. Go ahead. So yeah, we got the Kangol bucket hat right here. I'm thinking about get that BVB logo up there. Might work, boys and girls. I don't know. We're trying it out. We're seeing, but I don't know. It's happening. Things are happening. And again, we appreciate all of you being here. 1, 2, everyone that's reached out to help cut clips and do that other stuff. We talked it through over the weekend. We're trying to figure out how to even make that work if it's possible. A lot of things happening today. He's got this rundown set up with, football talk, review to basketball. Was any of you watching the UFC over the weekend? Holy crap, that guy's knee. He ate a knee and kept coming. I don't know. Trying to get Sugar Shane to show up maybe at this place. Apparently likes to hang out at this place we're going to, the Red Tail. Get Sugar Shane on the show. He was magical in that performance.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. This is the spring break portion of the show, boys and girls.
Sorry.
Everything good?
Yeah, I saw my daughter getting into a fight with another kid out in front of the house, and I just saw it happen. So I look at my ring was going off, ring doorbell went off, so I opened it and looked at it, and I saw them screaming at each other. So I said, okay. So I had to go out there and grab Maddie to get in the house and shut the door, and so it wasn't a physical conversation.
We need to come over there. We need to see anybody.
No, we're all good. I saw one of our neighbor girls like pointing at Madeline, screaming at her. So I was like, okay. I was like, let me go, Yank. Get in the house. I was like, lock the door, get out.
What's
Goodbye.
the code word? We had a code word at the fraternity house.
Right.
When you heard the code word, it was run to the back door. And when you heard the other code word, it was run to the front door because there might be a problem. I think we might need a word.
Yeah. It was
think of a word.
Yeah.
Code word for the brigade. Put it in the
it's spring break. Now. It's just like the kids are bored out of their minds. They're not in school because it's spring break. And so that's why they're all, doing, and it's gorgeous outside. So, just run. So I apologize. So anyways, okay, let's get to the NFL news because everybody wants you to comment. We're going to have literally throughout the entire show. We'll get to as much going on, but a lot happened this weekend. A lot happened today, but everyone wants to know, how do you feel about Russell Wilson being your quarterback in Pittsburgh?
I'm going to defer to the people that make these executive decisions every single day.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay. Listen, just because something's a good deal doesn't mean it's good. This is a good deal.
It is.
They got it for $1.2 billion, and Denver's paying the bill.
Yep.
Bring him in, see if he's got anything left. But all I could think of is Cam Newton going to the Patriots.
Good analogy.
And I'm going, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, and it's a 1-year deal. So next year, we're going to have the same problem. Is this what we need to do? Immediate fix? Is this the last hurrah for this group? Everybody was tweeting at me last night. I thought it was a joke. I was like, this can't be. I've been betting against Russell Wilson and betting his season wins under. Go to Denver. Everybody's like, oh, he got a great receiving core. Oh, they got a good defense. Oh, everything's going to be fine. No, it's not. Same narrative's the same. Young kid playing quarterback. He can't play, blah, 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 blah. We'll bring him in. We got great receiving core. Nobody gets along with anybody. That doesn't matter. They got 2 running backs that apparently go through stretches where they can't run the ball. Okay, don't worry about that. A new offensive coordinator that we just met, on the flyby. They fired the offensive coordinator they had.
Smith with Russ.
What? That's how do I feel like as a Steeler fan? There's Steeler fans that are going, it's better than what we got. Maybe it is. You got to bring him into camp. I just know if I'm Kenny Pickett, I'm going, oh, man. What?
Do you agree with this?
This is absolutely a cash grab on ticket sales. No. Steeler fans are going anyway.
Okay.
They're going anyway. Listen, I lived through, I tweeted it yesterday. I got to see what I put out there. I lived through, after Terry Bradshaw got hurt suddenly, the Steelers weren't ready for that. He threw a ball against the New York Jets. His elbow, it twinged. I remember watching the game. I mean, I was 12 years old, and I went, oh, no. He's bad. He's hurt bad. He never played again. Wow. And it was after that, Cliff Stout, Mark Malone, David Woodley, Bubby Brister, and that was the end of Chuck Noll. And then it was Neil O'Donnell, Mike Tomczak, Cordell / era, and then some Tommy Maddox mixed in there, Big Ben forever, and then it was Kenny, Mitch, and Mason. And now it's Russell Wilson. I didn't see it coming. I thought he was using the Steelers as leverage to go to the Giants or to Vegas. And Steelers country, let's forge. Skip. Come on. Really? What are we doing? This isn't going to fly.
Well, hold on. I
Oh.
mean, look, winning cures everything. If he wins, I mean, it doesn't matter what we say now. So look, you don't know till you try. Okay. Cam Newton with the Patriots is a great analogy because Cam Newton had a couple of games in that year he played with the Pats, in particular, like the game against Buffalo, where he was inside the 20 and he fumbled the game-winning touchdown to Buffalo. Like he would have won that game and it would have changed the Patriots' entire situation.
Yep.
So, like, if Russ, the thing I will agree with, if you want to say this is Mike Tomlin's last year and Mike Tomlin wants to be over 500, I'll sign up for that. I'll agree that probably is what we're at. Mike doesn't want to go one more year with a rookie quarterback or a second string guy that does not get the job done. So this is his last crack at it.
Well, the Steelers are trying to win every year. This is
Right.
the thing. They're trying to win every year. Like you just experienced, and you were saying it as it was happening. And I like to make fun of it because it's been so long since the Patriots were bad. But being bad was way better than being mediocre.
Fair.
And this screams being mediocre again. I mean, either be bad and, try to get a different draft pick, or it's not their way. It's been so long since they've done it. What is it, 16 years? They've been 500 or better.
And
I get it.
For Tomlin, that's a big calling card. I mean, for Tomlin, that's, my favorite thing about today, we'll get to it at the end of the show, but the dynasty for the Patriots, it's really worth, if you're not even, it's catnip for Patriot fans. It's like crack cocaine. It's amazing. But I think every football fan should watch it, in particular Steeler fans. If you have a longtime head coach, it is really interesting to listen to Belichick talk and how, like, longtime coaches don't really ever want to talk about what happened. They're always looking for the future. They're always looking for the future, what's going to happen next year. When you start looking back, you start realizing that, like, your best days might be behind you.
Yeah.
And it feels like Mike Tomlin's best years might be behind him. And he may be going for one more run. Like, let me do it one more time. Let's just see what happens. And then maybe tell the Steelers, this is it. This is my 1 year run. I mean, Belichick kind of knew that he was going to be out when he was taping the dynasty. He already knew he was out. Like, it's now been known. Like, he knew who the replacement was going to be. He knew things weren't going right and things were going to be, maybe not this year, but soon I'm going to be out. I'm going to be replaced. You just wonder if Tomlin and the Rooneys are having that conversation about, like, okay, we're going to go one more time. We're going to give you Russ. We'll give you a veteran quarterback. See what you can do. If it doesn't work, we're going to make major changes.
That's all well and good. You better figure out a way to beat the Chiefs. You better figure out a way to beat the Ravens.
But they're not going to.
Okay, so
they're not going to. So, like,
what are we selling then?
You in the NFL, you just said it. The worst place to be is in the middle of the road because you get run over when you're in the middle of the road. You don't want to be middle of the road. You want to be one side or the other, competitive or not competitive.
Well, and I feel like they were competitive in spite of everything last year. They were competitive in games. I mean, they beat the Ravens twice.
Right. Yeah. But then the Ravens, I mean, okay, right. But, Chiefs are the team you got to beat. And, I mean, the AFC, outside of the Chiefs, the AFC, every team has question marks. And even the Chiefs have some question marks. They gave $95 million guaranteed to Chris Jones. Like, so they've got concerns. Chef, we'll talk about that on a slower day. I have very strong opinions about the dynasty as to what it's doing to the Belichick legacy. You got to remember who Robert Kraft, what he runs. Okay. Robert Kraft runs a production company. Robert Kraft knows exactly what he's doing. He knows exactly what he is doing, and nothing would air without Robert Kraft being portrayed as the dad that Brady never had on the East Coast. And Belichick is Satan himself, which is what that's actually being turned into, which is what this whole documentary is.
We talked at the opening, sitting with Benson and Metcalf, and they were jagging me too. They're like, yeah, you got your quarterback, huh? Steelers. I'm like, yeah, did you move the number? And they like, no. And I said, right. So I wouldn't move it either. That's division odds. I mean, look at the division odds. It's Baltimore, it's Cincinnati and Cleveland, all within I tweeted that last night too. I see what it was. It was not much. This is crazy because nothing moved after.
No, yeah. So it's 75-1 before, 75-1 afterwards. It never moved. No one moved the number. No, should you?
North odds: Baltimore plus 105, Cincinnati plus 170, Cleveland plus 550. Sorry, Cleveland. You guys thought you turned a corner a little bit, plus 550. And the Steelers 11-1 to win the division.
Yeah.
This doesn't change any of that.
Nope.
Okay. And the first thing you have to do is win your division to then be able to have an opportunity to win a couple games to go to the Super Bowl. I ain't got to worry about making plans for Steelers stuff in New Orleans. I can tell you that right now.
I would agree. The other big story for the show stake, Mac Jones is now Emerson Lattia's problem. No longer my problem.
How about this?
Jaguars take a backup. Mac Jones's career as a backup, the future Brian Hoyer career, Mac Jones is what this is going to be. He will not play. He was in the same draft class as Trevor Lawrence, and now he's his backup in Jacksonville.
Patriots fans happy about this?
100%. Yeah, this was needed. But the question is going to be now is,
so are they bringing him in? So do they say to Mac, we're trading you, and Max, goes, he's not challenging for the starting job there, is he?
He's backing up Trevor Lawrence. He's a backup, career backup. Got 2 years left on a rookie contract to back up a often injured Trevor Lawrence because the team is afraid, like what happened last year. Trevor Lawrence got hurt and the whole thing blew up. So they're concerned about that. They're trying to say, okay, let's get a guy who can be competent in the position if Trevor goes down again.
Which I think is as good as reason as any that the Steelers sign Russell Wilson.
Fine.
Whether he starts or whether he backs
He's starting.
Up.
He's starting.
He's going to get an opportunity to start. If he goes to camp and can't make these out throws and can't do all these things, he might not start. And he's going to have to say, all right, I'm going to wear the Steeler uniform and stand on the sideline. I don't know. But Mac, definitely not going to start.
No.
Patriots are taking a QB at number 3 is the question. How are they not? No?
I don't know. I think they are.
Well, if they keep the 3 spot, they are. If they don't, they got to back up, right? But they're not. You're off of this now. You when they had Mac, you wanted them to take a quarterback. Now they don't have a quarterback, and you don't want them to take a quarterback?
Because you can't start a rookie game 1. You can't do that. You can't put a rookie in the NFL first game, first start. No way. I can't. I won't subscribe to that. No, I don't like it at all. In today's NFL, I don't like it at all. I like a veteran. I want a quarterback that's going to sit for a bit to watch, to learn. I mean, Mayo's got, it's really funny, but the great article that came out over the weekend about, it was a podcast interview with Brady about how they called Gerard Mayo Little Belichick. That was his nickname. So they think he's all the ex-players are like, this guy's really good. Like he's going to be really good. He's got a great mind for football. He just needs some seasoning. He's got to learn on the job how to be a head coach, but he's going to be successful. Just got to give him time. So I want to give him time. I'd like them to sign a veteran quarterback. I thought, that there might be some interest in Russell Wilson with the Patriots. I didn't want it, but I thought there might be some interest. There's not. I guess take a quarterback at 3, but you better be in love with a quarterback at 3. The last time the Patriots took a quarterback that high was Drew Bledsoe. Now, Drew played in one Super Bowl and backed up in another and was great, but I don't want to go back to that era where high, big ticket, superstar in waiting and hoping that he plays out to something. That's not how the Patriots normally do it. So other teams have done it. But even Patrick Mahomes wasn't a top 5 pick. I'm concerned. I don't like the quarterback having that top 5 branding. And I know Peyton Manning is in that conversation. And I know that Andrew Luck's in that conversation. And there's been plenty of top level quarterbacks who have played big time, either won Super Bowls or played in Super Bowls.
More than it failed.
More than it failed, yes. But it's not the Patriots way. It's just everything's changing very fast for the Patriots. So I'd be more inclined with them at 3, taking even a wideout or a left tackle or trading down and getting draft capital, stocking draft capital and building to the draft and getting, 2 or 3 second round picks and future first round picks to start to build this because, like you're saying, Patriots aren't going to be in the playoffs next year.
Hell no.
So, I mean, this is about the future. This is about building onto something. So I don't need the quarterback unless you think Drake May or Jaden Daniels, you're in love. If you're in love, if you think this is the guy, great. But neither have played in cold weather.
Mac Jones was the guy, and it just goes so quick. Like I don't know what the answer is. Put it in the chat. We got a lot of people that like to participate. We got a lot of people in here watching right now. Put it in the chat. Do the Patriots take a quarterback with the third pick? If you want to type a poll, we can have it voted there. If you don't think they're going to take a quarterback, I saw Chef Benny already say take Marvin Harrison Jr., take a wide receiver.
Three though. That's the problem everyone has is like, okay, that's great. Let's do that. You want him at 3? Like 3? That's he better be a home run too. He better be a Hall of Famer. I mean, taking it.
My man, the train, Robert Pausiani. Win middle, draft middle, stay middle. Put that shit on a t-shirt. Love it, train. Win middle, draft middle, stay middle. That's been the MO over in the last.
There's a lot of I don't know. I can't wait to see. I know the Patriots today have signed. They've signed Antonio Gibson. They're
Pat
in on
Sticking as a QB, third pick. I say yes.
No, I mean I think that they might. Yeah, Calvin Ridley Baker signed. Chef Benny. Baker signed with the Bucks. He's off the market.
The Bucks are re-upping everything.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
The other monster news is Saquon Barkley is going to go to the Eagles. Philly player, Penn State guy, goes to Philadelphia.
It's a great fit.
It's a great fit.
I think so.
I love it for him.
I think so. That's good for him. That's good for the team. Listen,
I think it's one of the. I think it's one of those situations where he wanted to stick it to the Giants. I think for all of the hand wringing and all of the contract going back and forth nonsense, I really think he wanted to just go, okay. I mean, it's a ton of money. Steve Anderson on Twitter wrote to me saying this Saquon Barkley signing has to be a joke, right? $26 million guaranteed for a back that gets hurt that much. It's a stretch for Rosie, and I don't feel good about it.
How long?
It's a 3-year deal.
26 million guaranteed?
Yeah, he beat the salary. He beat the franchise tag.
Oh, okay.
He got more money guaranteed.
Oh, I mean,
1,200 yards and 1 touchdown. I don't know if that's true. The Eagles are unbelievable in the red zone. I mean, you're going to try stopping, the brotherly shove and Saquon Barkley in the red zone. I don't know. Have fun with that.
I don't know. It's one of those things that they're a running team. He can catch passes out of the backfield, and they can use him a lot of different ways.
Yep.
I think it adds another dynamic to that offense that can only help everybody else. Like if I'm AJ Brown, I'm like, good. If I'm they're going with the quarterback, nothing's changing, right? I mean, I don't know. I think it's a good signing. I don't know if, he's going where he's getting paid. It just happened to be a bonus. It's the Eagles.
It's huge. I think it's great that it's the Eagles because Tony Pollard left. He's gone from the Cowboys. Barkley leaves the Giants and goes to the Eagles. And Antonio Gibson's a Patriot. Running back carousel in the NFC East is going to look a whole lot different next year than did this past year.
Where did Tony Pollard go? Did he sign somewhere?
Titans.
Oh.
Yeah, Tony Pollard went to the Titans. So bye-bye.
No, he got paid.
He got paid, and so no more for...
He's not going to be running behind that offensive line that he was running behind at Dallas. So
no, much different situation.
You got to be careful what you wish for. Like when you go and take the money, I will never forget when Alvin Harper left the Cowboys.
Okay.
As the second, the other guy, the B side, the Michael Irvin, Troy Aikman, and Emmitt Smith. He got a boatload of money in Tampa. And I remember going, man, it's very different to go from the 2 to the 1 on a 2 on a really good team to the 1 on a bad team. And Alvin Harper was like out of football in 2 years. And he was great. this is
Yeah, Josh Jacobs went from the Raiders to the Packers. Andrew and Jones is out.
Oh wow. Thank you, JPC the fourth.
Yeah, that was done earlier.
That's
today.
A good signing for the Packers.
It is. It is. And Jones was a major catalyst for that team running the football and why they turned the corner and became really good, late in the year and won the playoff game. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how Josh Jacobs adapts, but it's a good offensive line. Bakhtiari's gone. They let him go. So it's a different look for the Packers with one of their veterans going to be out. But, the running back spot is really interesting. Yeah, Christian Wilkins going to the Raiders is probably the Raiders' biggest move because now on one side you have Wilkins. He leaves the Dolphins to go become a Raider. And you have a Raider, you have Wilkins on one side, and you've got Max Crosby on the other side. Defensive front, you can see what Antonio Pierce is trying to build. Let's build the defense up. Let's build that defensive line.
Who the hell's playing quarterback here?
We don't know yet. It's a great question. We'll find that out. I mean, it's going to be, I don't know. I don't think they know at the moment.
It's not Russell Wilson anymore.
No, AOC is the guy at the moment. So maybe they are comfortable.
Kirk Cousins no more.
Nope. And that's the next, let's get to that. Kirk Cousins has to sign with the Falcons. That's been one of the worst kept secrets going on. Coming off an Achilles tear, 36 years of age, 4-year contract. The money is still to be determined, but can Cousins go down there and be the missing link? I mean, so many people say, look at the team, right? You've got a really good running back, two running backs. You have a great tight end. You have a good wide receiver. The offensive line is solid. The defense is young and up and coming. Could Kirk Cousins be that missing piece in a bad division for the Falcons?
Depending on his health, yeah. Right? Everybody's waiting to put Atlanta at the top spot of that division.
It's a bad division. I mean,
the Bucs just re-signed Baker Mayfield to gigantic money and kept Mike Evans in town. Thoughts on Bucs' future?
Best team in the division. Still.
Yeah.
Still.
I would rate them better right now than everyone else, but
do they have a Costco in Atlanta? You get to understand the joke. Kirk Cousins shops at
right
at Costco. He gets his clothes at Costco. He's a Kirkland fan.
Who wins? Again, it's March 11th.
Yeah.
Nobody's holding anybody to anything. Who's winning the NFC South? Type it in the chat right now, boys and girls. Who's winning the NFC South? You got your quarterback. Did the Saints have a quarterback? Are they staying with Derek Carr?
Yeah, right. It's Carr and it's both.
We know
both
it's
guys.
not the Panthers. That's a mess.
No, they're a disaster.
But is it Atlanta, Tampa, or the Saints? Who is it? ATL. There's Bucks. There's ATL. Shawn. Atlanta. One Star. Atlanta. Big Business. Tampa. Ross Randall. Tampa. I think you get a varied bunch of opinions here. So no one is going to say the Saints. That's probably
you can't.
One.
No, you can't.
No?
I mean, no. Michael Thomas is getting released. Obviously you have Alvin Kamara with legal problems. You have the quarterback in Derek Carr who played really poorly most of the time last year. The defense is still good, but no, I mean, Saints are not in the conversation. It's Bucks or it's Falcons.
Wow.
I'd go and I would go with the Bucks on this. Let's see. Any other major news before we move off of football here? That happened
Going into
today.
the season, I thought Baker was done. I thought that was not going to end up a good signing, and I didn't think they were going to win over their win game. Dead wrong. He played great. I mean, so much of this depends on health.
Right.
And he was healthy.
Yeah.
And the defense is probably the best defense in the division. That's what, again, somehow defense comes around to.
So, by the way, Kirk Cousins got $100 million guaranteed. $180 million deal, 4 years, $100 million guaranteed, $45 million per year.
Is his agent taking on new clients?
36 years old, coming off of a torn Achilles. Hell of a deal.
I mean,
holy mother.
Yeah, you need this guy.
What a contract.
But he's hurt, right? No, don't worry about that. He's coming back. He's 36. Don't worry about that. Guys playing to their 40s. You got your guy right here. Sign my guy. Give him all the money. Well, who else is he talking to? Nobody. Don't worry about it. Nobody's going to take, and they still get it. It's unbelievable.
Man alive. I do like Kirk Cousins there though. I do think if he gets the football out to playmakers, which he did in Minnesota. I like it. I mean, I do
Plays
like
all
it.
the home games in a dome, plays the games against the Saints in a dome, and plays in 2 warm weather places in the division in Tampa and Carolina.
Yep.
That helps.
Yep.
Right?
100%. But he can play in the cold. I mean, he played at Michigan State, so he played in the cold.
Yeah, but like every time they went to Detroit and every time they went to Green Bay, this was like one of those, like, I don't know. It's a good spot. Listen, he got the money. That's all that matters. Now we go.
$100 million. Holy mother. You like that? Yeah. I think he likes that. $100 million. That's, woo, boy, that is a lot of money. Okay. A couple other things happened over the weekend, and then we'll get to some basketball and hockey and football that's going to happen coming up here today. Drake took down Indiana State to win Arch Madness. Yes. Sycamores have to now sit, and I can tell you, I've been through this with many teams in the Valley. This is the worst week of waiting. When you blow a game that you're supposed to win, and you're the regular season champ, and you don't win the automatic bid in the Valley, you've given them every chance to leave you out. And
right.
Look, this is where Indiana State, on day of, I bet overnight, morning of, somebody tells me, hey, by the way, Avilia's sick, the big kid, the guy we love, he's sick. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, he doesn't feel well. This is their most important guy. He didn't play well at all. Drake couldn't miss. They started the game 7 for 7 from behind the arc. And yet Indiana State, I bet it in game. I bet pregame -1, and then I took +7 in game. They lost by 4. But Darren DeVries, I mean, he's Dana Altman 2.0. It's a crazy. I mean, Dana Altman used to win it from the number 2 seed like every year. Dana never won the regular season, but he just knew how to keep his players healthy and fresh through a 3-game stretch. And Drake was by far the fresher team. Even though Indiana State played 2 blowouts, Drake played in 2 really hard-fought games. Drake looked better, shot the lights out, and they're going to the dance. And it's just like Coach McDermott and Doug McDermott 2.0 when they were in the Valley junior year. They won a game, and then they lost to North Carolina in Greensboro. And then the next year they went to the Big East. So it's a huge, huge thing for Drake. There'll probably be like a 10, 11, 12 seed, somewhere in that range in the bracket. But if Tucker DeVries gets going, you want to talk about a team that can upset somebody in round 1? Look out for the Drake Bulldogs.
You think?
Yeah, look out. I mean, it's all about matchups, but look out for the Drake Bulldogs. It's going to be fun to see what's going to happen. Yeah, it was Underdog Sunday. It's a good point to Juice. It was all over the place. It was pretty wild how many underdogs won.
So we got enough people voting. I think that people think that the Pats are going to take a quarterback.
74%. Yep.
Put a new poll up right now for the people.
Okay.
Does Indiana State get in? Yes or no? I want to see what people think, because I feel like they are a darling.
Yep.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and everything. They had a great season.
They're not going to make it.
They deserve to get in, but will they get in? We'll see. We'll see what the people vote, but I don't think they do.
No, you have to be able to prove that you can on a national stage. You got to be able to prove to the committee why you're one of the best teams in the country, and they didn't do that. I mean, you can talk about all you want about. Yeah, I agree. Avila he was visibly not right. He was jacking shots from weird spots. Looked completely out of sorts. Was very pale. Was pale anyway, but he was really pale, and just didn't look good. The team didn't look good. The team didn't shoot well at all. And when you do that in a championship game, almost always you get left out because everything you did before that wasn't seen on national TV by the committee.
Right.
And so I think our guy Addison, by the way, is staying at the hotel that the people at the selection committee are staying at.
Oh,
he sent me a picture where he was staying. He's like, I think about it at the hotel that the committee is actually meeting. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Well, he'll have to let him know to put in Indiana State for the people.
I would love it. It would be awesome. But I have a really bad feeling that we're going to sit there on Sunday and go, dang it. Indiana State didn't make it. That's gonna stink. But you gotta perform. You know, when you're given a chance, you got to perform, and they didn't, and Drake did. So give Drake an opportunity there. And maybe they will play in Dayton. Maybe they will be a play-in team. That's possible, but that means they're a 12 seed, and I don't know, 11 or a 12 seed. I don't know.
Would you rather get that spot than get put up against a team that you're a 28-point dog against?
No, I'd rather be in the tournament than play in Dayton. I want to be in.
Sometimes we've seen this happen, that momentum.
UCLA. I mean, we've seen UCLA do it. I mean, we've seen teams do it. We've seen teams play in the play-in and go on a run. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, that because you get put in that 12 spot. Right.
Or 11, either or. 11. Yeah. There's an 11 game and a 12 game.
Yeah. That's better than getting that 14 seed and just getting waxed. I don't know.
Or you shock the world and you're Fairleigh Dickinson, you're FDU, and you go up against the number 1 seed and you beat them. You know, got to get a shot. Syracuse did do it. You're right, CBW. Yep, Syracuse did go from the play and go on a run. It's happened multiple times. They go from Dayton, down. So I don't hate it.
Early indications in the poll where they're no, they're not going to make the dance.
Yeah, I think they're getting left out. I think it sucks, but I think they get left out. You were talking about it quickly when I got up, but UFC 299 was pretty impressive, was pretty wild to watch, and I still can't get over how in the world Chito Vera was able to just eat this knee. And just
what is that?
It's a guy who ate a knee to the face that sounded like a baseball bat hitting a watermelon.
Oh my God.
And he took it like it was nothing. That's a clean shot. Look at the knee to the jaw. That's not like human beings are not supposed to be standing after taking a shot like that. You're supposed to be bye-bye, goodbye. I mean, Chito Vera is like he is one tough SOB, man. He's unbelievable. Came away with so much respect for him. I mean, the pain he must have been in on Sunday morning. I can only imagine what his face must have felt like.
I talked to you and I said, how does he feel today? It hurt. And somehow it's so impressive it has a chin, Jay Dow. He has a slate rock face, whatever that was. You keep going. You fight through that and on adrenaline. He fought 3 more rounds. That was in the second round that he took that. He kept getting hit.
I mean,
I just think about waking up on Sunday going, I can't talk. I can't move.
When does the adrenaline wear off, I wonder? What round? Because the first round, the adrenaline's going crazy. Second round, you get smacked like that. You're fight or flight. You're like, oh my gosh. So you're not really feeling, the pain. But at some point, you have to start to feel that your face is broken and someone's punching the broken face over and over and over again. He broke his orbital bone and Shawn kept on punching where he need him in the head.
Right. I'm thinking, I don't know, the times that I got hurt, it was after in the locker room. It hits you a knee to the face, but it actually hits the rest of your body because there's nothing to worry about or think about or defend or just that fight or flight, like you said. And it's like, oh my God, everything hurts. My whole body, everything hurts. I'm in massive pain right now, everywhere. And I don't know.
Gaurav, it's a great point. If that fight had been about 2 minutes longer, Chito may have won. Because he dropped Shawn with a liver shot with 10 seconds to go. He hit O'Malley with a liver shot, and O'Malley took about 5 minutes to be able to stand up after he won. That fight could have been ended.
Would have been one of the greatest
wins
of any fight that I've ever seen on anything. Boxing, UFC, anything. That would have been Daniel LaRusso doing the crane.
Right, yeah.
When he,
good point. Yeah.
Last minute, boom. That hurt. That one, when we were watching it, I know I was watching it. I was by myself, and I was like, oh, no. What was
Well, it was
that?
wild because Cheeto you saw Shawn just kind of open up. He had been very collective. And in the last 10 seconds, he was just kind of opened up. And then Vera just came in and caught him on that liver. And I was
Perfect.
like, whoo. And Shawn was like, you couldn't breathe. You could tell he was in serious pain. I mean, it's the one thing. It shuts your body down. Like, people don't understand. Like, it literally shuts your body down. I've only had it happen to me once, and I never wanted to have it happen to me ever again because it was the sickest pain I've ever felt in my life. And my trainer didn't hit me full force, hit me about 80%, but he caught me perfectly. And I was literally in a fetal position for 5 minutes. I couldn't breathe. It was
Your legs don't work. Like
everything.
that,
Your body like goes, we're done. Like,
Oh.
that's it. We're done. Goodbye. See you later. Down. I do want to say one quick thing, though. Dustin Poirier is an absolute god. What he did, that fight, that win, I mean, at his age, to do what he did, how impressively he did it. His coaches kept on saying, stop going for the guillotine. He just kept on going for the guillotine.
Right.
And then I had to literally get my daughter up to walk through how Poirier boxes, because I need to figure this out, because he's a right-handed boxer who fights southpaw in order to have the lead right hook be the most powerful punch he throws. And it's such a brilliant thing. I need to talk to some of my boxing coaches as to why don't boxers do that more? Because having your lead hand be as close to your opponent and not jab, but instead throw a lead right hook, like what Poirier used to knock out, I always forget the guy's name, the French guy that he beat, was brilliant. And it is brilliant. It's gorgeous boxing. It's gorgeous striking. And that was as clean of a punch that he threw the entire fight. And it was on the money. I mean, it was, whoo boy.
Oh.
Good night. Goodbye. Yeah, BSD is the easiest way of saying his name. Yes. Dustin's
Right.
what Cowboys should have been. Interesting. That's an interesting thought. I don't know. I mean, Cowboy Cerrone just fought a lot. Just became sort of a guy who you could count on all the time and have him go out there.
Much.
Yeah, all of them. I mean, all of them are just.
Cowboy got hit too much.
He did
Like,
way too much.
He
Too many
aged
fights.
so quickly.
He did.
Like, he was good. And then I remember like watching him towards the end and going, this guy don't have no defense. Get hit too much. I mean, every shot you take as you get older,
Sure.
it ages you exponentially.
100%.
Yeah.
All right. Little baseball. Garrett
Oh,
Cole.
thank goodness. So you didn't put on the thing what happened over the weekend, and you glossed it over. It didn't even make the list. I'll acknowledge it that it happened.
What?
The Penguins lost to the Bruins on Saturday.
Well, you lost to the Penguins, lost to the Bruins, and the Pirates lost to the Red Sox today. So it's just par for the course. That's just what happens. So I'm gonna spare you.
It was the Big City Greens game. It was the cartoons, and the Bruins had their way with the Penguins
In the second period. Not the
they just
0-0 after one, and then
like I could feel the animosity towards Marchand. Like the Penguins all wanted to kill him. Every Penguin fan in the world wanted to kill him. Like, and I'm going, they own him. This is it, and this is the end because they traded Getzel Friday.
Yep.
Against them Saturday, and then Sunday morning, it's the first game in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning Pacific. I love those games, right? Bull Penguins, Edmonton minus 120. What? Who made this number? This can't be. I don't care. Edmonton destroyed them 4-0. The Penguins scored 1 goal in 2 games. It's over in Pittsburgh. Forget about making the playoffs. So yeah, and that's fine with the spring training. You can have the spring training games. That's fine. You need those because the Pirates are going to beat the Red Sox when they play them head-to-head in the regular season. I'm telling you.
We'll get there. We'll figure it out. We'll see where we go with that.
I know, Bonvi, the Oilers somehow won. Yep, I know. All the Oiler fans, congratulations. I wore the Oilers jersey to pay off Moneyline Mike on Sports Grid yesterday. They're like, why are you wearing an Oilers jersey? Like, I lost a bet. Thought the Penguins were going to take plus 2.5. Couldn't even win that.
All right, so Garrett Cole is going to have MRI. It's not pain. It's, quote, discomfort in his pitching elbow.
There's a difference?
I don't know. I guess there is. But he needs an MRI. How do we feel about jumping on the Orioles to win the East 2-1?
I feel much better about it today. I feel much better about it right now. Yeah.
I would grab it now before it goes away because it's going to go away.
Yeah, we probably got some guys. I just got a text from Ian from Prop Swap.
Yeah.
And to go on with them later.
Oh, nice.
They're doing a podcast. I got invited to go.
Nice.
There'll probably be some Yankee tickets for sale to win a World Series and to win the division right now.
This covered as well. Considered a precautionary MRI. Explain to me what a precautionary MRI is.
I would love. I mean, this is the medical portion. So let me get my glasses for this AOW. And can you come on the show and explain exactly what that means? Do you have a medical license? A precautionary MRI.
His shoulder, his elbow is messed up, boys. I mean, in some form or fashion, his elbow, he's got something wrong with the elbow. Okay, it's a reigning AL Cy Young Award winner. His elbow is messed up. Now, the thing everyone is saying is, okay, the Yankees, that's finally going to force them to get off their back and go and Monty, get Jordan Montgomery and Blake Snell to New York, maybe. But isn't that sort of a complete a 180 from what they have said they're going to do? They don't want to sign guys for big money, short-term deals.
Sometimes, just like I heard years ago, like sometimes books pick you, sometimes future bets pick you, sometimes situations pick starting rotations. I just looked down and saw in the chat, Big Business said Jacob deGrom had discomfort too. Look what that turned into.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not saying this means he's done. I'm not saying this means the Yankees are done, but you better have a backup plan. Nelson Cortez?
Football guy. I can't put that on screen.
What did he say? Discomfort versus...
Don't read that.
Oh! Yeah. That's why you must watch the show live and get in the chat because we have some of the wittiest, sharpest, funny guys and girls in the chat. Football Guy 97.
Some of which could be aired on Sports
Grid.
Some could be aired on Sports Grid and some
cannot.
And that one,
even Will can't save us sometimes.
That one cannot be. Will. Yes, we can say things and edit it out. When it goes on the screen, it's a much different type of edit, so it's more difficult. But look, if you're a Yankee fan, I mean, this just feels like where you guys are at. Like this is what used to happen to other teams. Now it's happening to the Yankees consistently.
I remember bad Yankees, though.
I do too. Oh, yeah, sure.
There was a lot of bad Yankee teams, too.
But that was the 80s. That was before Jeter.
Yeah.
That was before the 90s. And then everything changed.
That's fine. But, that's what I mean. Like, the 80s for me, for the Steelers, bad. There's a lot of bad. The Yankees, same. A lot of bad. Uh-oh. He got the mute. He got everything here. This makes me nervous when you do that. It's fine. You sure?
Yeah. She's asking questions. She's saying, can she go back outside now that it's calmed down? I was like, yeah, I can go back outside.
Go back outside. But that ring thing's, if we get another alert, what's the code word?
It's just, there's no code words. It's just, don't keep yourself out of trouble. She wants to use a toaster machine. She's like, I want to make waffles. Jessica got her hooked on Eggo waffles at your house. Now she comes over here until she's all about Eggo waffles. So I was like, I don't love her using it by herself upstairs when I'm down here, but I'm like, just don't burn yourself, please. Just please don't.
Listen, a lot of things happen downstairs. You're downstairs and they go up. She goes upstairs. I'm upstairs. A lot of stuff goes on down the stairs, and I find out about it later, and I'm like, oh, glad I wasn't here for that.
Yeah. So that's good. If you're a baseball fan, I hate it when good pitchers go down. Okay. I don't like it when they get hurt. It stinks. It's bad for baseball. I want to see top players. But when it's the Yankees, I feel less bad. Just like, okay. Because I'm really going to be an Oriole fan. I'm really in on the Orioles. I think it's going to be a fun spring. I think it's going to be a fun summer to watch these kids take a step. And I never liked the Rays. The Rays never sat right with me. I don't know why. I never, and the Blue Jays just like, not that it's their fault, but
here he goes.
No, I covered the Blue Jays double A
here he goes.
In Manchester. I covered all of the kids that are currently on the big league roster when I was in Manchester.
Yep.
And they all were just kind of, sorry, Will, cocky assholes.
Oh,
And they never sat right with me. The whole team, they never sat right with me. Whenever I was interviewing them or they were at press conferences or whatnot, it was always just, they all were sons of major leaguers, and they all made it known that they were sons of major leaguers. And that like, they knew they were like, not really like, they knew Manchester, New Hampshire was not where they wanted to be. And they kind of like made it known that they did not want to be in New Hampshire, which I don't blame them. I wouldn't either.
That's the minor league team?
Fisher Cats, yeah.
The Fisher Cats.
Yeah, AA team of the Blue Jays is in Manchester. And so like that Blue Jay team I can't get around. The Rays I never liked Joe Madden all that much and not a huge fan and not a good fan, not a big, but I do like the Orioles. I mean, I think they're incredibly likable. They're a likable team. That was my little league team growing up that I played on. I loved Cal Ripken. I mean, Camden Yards is gorgeous. The Inner Harbor is outstanding. The food's tremendous. Big fan of Maryland. So let's go Orioles. Did you mute your mic?
I did mute my mic. Sorry.
Look, you're talking. I can't hear.
Oh, the wife just texted me. Felicia just won their first game.
Nice.
Conference game, 6-4. So I'm trying to get a report, and I looked down and I hit the button to mute the mic. I apologize.
That's great.
So that's good. So
very cool.
Yeah, good news. That's really good news. Boy, they're living it up down there, by the way.
Oh,
they have a place on the beach. They were at a big dinner last night. They sent me a FaceTime, said, make sure you feed the dog, pick up all the dog crap, get the garbage out. I said, oh, yeah, no problem. I got it all under control. Don't worry about it. I didn't tell her I went and get the hats done. No, she's going to be very fired up about the hats. But, yeah, they're living it up. So that's good. Orioles are 14-3 in spring training. Okay. Team learned how to win last year. They got an ace now. I mean, they should be prone to not having losing streaks. They have a deep lineup. They have a tremendous catcher. They have a lot of very good things and belief. I think they're the best team in the division.
I do. But here's the thing. People have been asking me, like, when do you like the Orioles? When are you going to bet the Orioles? I don't think there's much value in betting futures this early in baseball. Do you? There's so many injuries. There's so many ups and downs. I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like I want to see the teams play a little bit, get to Memorial Day before I start talking about futures.
I agree. I mean, I don't even like really too much betting stuff, even daily. You know, like a lot of the stuff I'll do on MLB Network. They ask me, come on in April, and I'm like, guys, I'm really not looking at stuff right now. I'm still kind of learning.
Right.
But, there's no strong positions. There might be on a certain day. Or a certain game I'm watching in game, I go, oh, this guy's untouchable today.
Right.
And we'll go that route. This is the hardest division. I think.
Really? Harder than the NL East?
Yeah, there's two good teams in the NL East. The Mets aren't good.
I like the Marlins.
I like
the Marlins. 500. I don't know. They took a step last year. They got the pitching. They've got young talent. The Marlins aren't a walkover.
They're 500.
Okay.
85 tops probably for the wins. I didn't even look yet at their win total. I got it all. I broke it all out yesterday. I was started to look at futures. I was joking with them over at Circa. They have the Baseball World Series exactas out. The sheets are, there's 500 combinations.
77.5.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's
Marlins.
500. So,
way less.
Yeah, there's only two good teams. I mean, legit, again, all the teams in the AL East can make the playoffs except the Red Sox. That's the only division you can say that in.
Right now. Division. I mean, Boston could be two big trades away if their kids perform. Not going to win the division, but that third wild card makes it. You can be 500 baseball.
Uh-oh, you froze. Just when you were going to make a case for the Red Sox to actually make the playoffs. All right, you're back. What did you say?
I said with that third wild card spot, a 500 baseball team's in the conversation.
In the American League? In the National League, yes.
Both.
In the American League?
You're in the you may not win it, but you'll be in the conversation.
I don't know. Those teams in the NL or AL
Look,
West. Between Houston, Texas, and Seattle, I'm in a legit shot all three make it.
Yep,
That's
definitely.
1 division, 2 wild card.
Yep, fair. And then
So-
that third wild card spot.
It ain't coming from the AL Central. Be shocking if it did. So it's coming from the AL East.
Right, but I mean, I'm just saying you have a shot. I mean, you're being the. I'm the rest of will get it, but the Sox need pitching. If they were to go and sign pitching, they're not going to. I don't think they're even going to try it. To be honest with you, to make the playoffs, I think that they would prefer not to make the playoffs. You know, where are the Rays? I mean, AOWN likes the Blue Jays here. I don't know if I like the Blue Jays as much as he does. He likes the Blue Jays have a bounce back season. I don't know. I'm ready for baseball. I think it's gonna be fun. I'm getting ready. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun to watch baseball this year.
It's gonna be great.
See how it goes. All right, hockey tonight. The Devils and the Rangers. Always a fun matchup when these two teams get together here in brawl. Rangers are a slight favorite here. I'm out on the Devils. Where are you on New Jersey? I feel like they've just gone south way too fast for my liking.
I don't understand this line.
Yeah.
Unless I'm missing something on the Devils, like playing particularly well against the Rangers. I saw the overnight minus 150. I agree with that number. It's come down. I don't get it.
5-3, 5-1. First 2 games, both in New Jersey, both won by the Rangers.
Right.
And now they're back at home. I don't get it either. This feels like Rangers win this game, do they not? At a short price?
Quick is in the pipes for
Okay.
business set.
That's good. I like Quick.
Yeah, I don't understand the number. This feels like Rangers.
AOWN.
I don't think the Devils are.
If the Devils always
play
put,
Rangers
if the
stuff.
Devils no, well, that's fine. But what's the 5-3, 5-1 final then? At home, they play them tough. They're 0-2 at home, and they gave up 5 goals both games. I mean,
who's playing net for New Jersey?
Because they
Get a
traded
confirmation yet on
traded
that?
Vanacek, right?
Under. No, I don't know if I like under either.
No, not with the Rangers. The goaltender for the Devils is Kakkonen, the Swede guy.
I mean, again, I don't understand the number. It's Rangers.
Yeah, me too. Rangers money line. Just you don't have to do anything else. It's
That's
just
all. It's a fair price. I mean, if you want to get fancy and try to get them in regulation and get plus money, Kakkonen. No, I'm good. I think Rangers.
why is this number 5.5 between Boston and St. Louis?
The Boston number's been 5.5 like consistently now for a little while at home.
Yeah, and they've been scoring a ton of goals. It's been going 5. Like it's at some point it's gonna go over. Like this number should be 6. The first time it was a 5-3. First time these teams played was 5-3.
It's 5.5 over a quarter at a lot of places now, so it's going that direction.
Yeah, I don't get this number. I think this number should. I mean, I know it was a 4-3 final. Sorry, 4-3 final in the first game between these two. St. Louis doesn't play under games. Like unless Boston just slams the door on them, but St. Louis is wide open. They can score. They've been giving up a ton of goals though. 4-0, 4-1, 4-2 the last 3 games, all on the road, all losses. This is the 5th game of this road trip for the Blues.
Ugh.
Boston might score 5 themselves tonight.
Just looked at the board for hockey for the first time today.
Okay.
Rangers at home against the Devils. Boston at home against the Blues.
Yep.
Winnipeg at home against Washington.
Yuck.
Kings at home against Islanders.
Yuck.
That's 4 games.
Yep.
Is it the chalk money line parlay? All 4 favorites win. All 4 home teams win.
I would, yeah. Let's see, what would that pay you?
Because I think Rangers win, Boston wins, Winnipeg wins. The only one I'm even hesitating on is the Islanders and the Kings, because the Kings sometimes drive you nuts.
Yeah.
But excuse me. Thank you.
That would be a 5-1 return.
Chalk, 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 chalk. Wow.
It's a 5-1 return on all favorites winning tonight, all home teams winning tonight.
I mean, if you're looking at it, you're a hockey guy. which we have some hockey guys in here. Addison, Otto. Kings lose them on the Islanders, though. That's Nate S.
Well, here's the thing, though. If you go into that game with a 3 with 3 in your back
that's
pocket,
perfect.
You just bet the Islanders and just sit there and
boom.
You're 5-1 or 2-1. You're going to win, double your money. So that's the best case scenario is that the first 3 team wins, and then the Islanders are live either in game or get them pre-flop and just bet the Islanders, bet against your own parlay, and you're guaranteed to win.
Yep. That's actually, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the money line parlays, but sometimes, like especially on slow days like this, I'd go into work and go, we need a dog today. What are we going to do?
Right.
We better go get some money on somebody because this looks like one of those nights. More concerned with the lines close, more concerned with the Devils beating the Rangers or the Islanders beating the Kings.
I mean, because it's a rivalry game, I would say the Devils, just because you never know. And when a team beats you 2 times on your home ice, you want them. You want them bad. You want to get them back. But I just feel like the Rangers right now are way better than the Devils. And I do not like the way the Devils have been playing at all. Like, I'm not a fan of where New Jersey is at the moment. 31, 29, and 4. They've lost 4 of 5. 4-3, 5-1, 5-3 losses. They beat the Blues 4-1. They lost to the Hurricanes at home in their last game 4-2. 66 points. Like, yuck.
Yeah. I don't know. Put it in the chat, hockey guys. More concerned with which dog do you like better, Devils or Islanders? I'm curious what the hockey guys think. The Islanders did play last night. They smoked the Ducks. That LA trip is great. They stayed down there at this place called the Island Hotel. I had time before I'd go watch the Penguins and catch 2 games in 2 days or whatever and stay at the same joint they stayed at. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, by the way, I'm going to the Blackhawks Stars game. I got tickets for Blackhawks Stars in Chicago.
Friday or Saturday?
Saturday, April 6th.
Oh, that's perfect.
So I will see Connor Bedard play in person for the first time coming up on that. So
that'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
So if anybody will be there.
I guess the crowds are halfway decent. The tickets aren't expensive. A guy who I've done a lot of stuff with on the Daily Juice has season tickets, and he reached out to me and said, "You need tickets for that game?" I said, "Yeah." He's like, "I got you." He's like, "They're high up." He's like, "They're 300 level, but they're center ice. They're lower 300 level center ice. Like no one's in front of you."
Oh, that's perfect. That's a great way to watch a game too.
Yeah. So you're high up. Yeah. So yeah. And then I could see the over 2 second period over in person. Yes. I'll be betting that in person.
Stars. 100%. Yeah.
100%. Go ahead.
Yeah. We got people listening and on stuff all over the world that are betting that.
Oh, it's 22 of 23.
I got this guy, Palmetto Yinzer. He's on
Twitter. Yeah.
He follows us both. He watches the show and he listens to Cash Considerations too. He's like, this is a gem. I put this in with every day. I wake up when I check to see if the Stars are playing, and then I bet the second period over.
And they let you parlay it.
That's what he does. That's what he's putting in with.
You just whatever bet you like, just put it together and put it there. And it's minus 175. Yeah, minus 180. Sure. No, this question, JC, was asked. The person that I'm going with asked this question, and I said no. And because I'm not sitting outside in April.
You want to see the Dodgers?
No, I'm not sitting outside in April. I don't care. It's Wrigley.
Dodgers, though.
I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. No,
Ohtani up close.
No, I didn't even look. Is the Cubs? Are they home on April the 6th?
That's what he just said. Playing the Dodgers. Why would JC from KC put that in there?
Because he may have just been saying it like out loud, like, "Wow, they are playing at home." It's at the same time though. It's a 105 game at Wrigley, but Friday night they're playing Friday night as well. Oh my, that's opening day.
They play chilly. That's their home opener.
11:20.
Oh,
home opener against the Dodgers on April the 5th. They're making the Cubs play opening. 1 against the Dodgers is mean, but 2, April the 5th is opening day at Wrigley. That is unbelievable. They're making them do that.
What do you mean? You've been to home openers in Boston in
It
April?
sucks when they do it before like April 15th. It sucks. I've always said that. They shouldn't do it until like after the middle of the month.
Yeah,
Red
but
Sox are on
these
the
are the
road for 9
games
days.
where the kids are in school, so they can't just make the West Coast teams all play and lose that revenue.
Oh, March 28th is a real opening day.
Yeah.
At Wrigley Field?
No.
Yeah,
It's-
everyone's opening day. Right. I'm talking the home
28th.
opener for the Cubs is April the 5th, right?
Yeah, that's the following. They've been given a 7-game road trip to start the season.
Let's see. It's a 3-game. It's a 5-game. They play Rangers for 3, Cubs for 2. Oh, the Cubs for 3, 6 games. And then their home opener on that Friday.
Yeah.
April the 5th. I mean, playing in Colorado. Oh, goodness gracious.
In April?
Oh, no, sorry, I'm reading this wrong. The Cubs are at home April the 1st against Colorado. Their opening day is April 1st. That's disgusting. What are we doing? What are we doing? That's horrific.
They got to lessen the number of games.
Goodness gracious. Can we not play baseball? Can we please not play in Chicago, Illinois? Playing baseball on April the 1st is brutal outdoors.
Yeah.
Holy mother. Yeah. Who hasn't been to opening day when it snowed?
I have.
April 1st. And then the Dodgers play. What time on Sunday the 7th do they play? Oh, it's 11:20. My flight's at 8:00 p.m. on Sunday.
That's
night.
easy. There you go. Saturday night, Blackhawks. Sunday morning, Cubs. See you at the airport Sunday night. Perfect. That's the move.
Got to think about that. That might be something that might have to happen.
That's the dream. I mean, I did the exact same thing. I went to a Blackhawk game Saturday, went to the White Sox game Sunday. I brought my bags to the airport or to the ballpark. They checked.
Oh, wow.
Them.
That's cool.
It was just an overnight bag, but they checked it. It was perfect. It was great.
I'm such a baby, Dave, that being outdoors for a sporting event in April, I'm going to last like 3 innings. And I hate Wrigley. Wrigley sucks. Wrigley is not, I do not like Wrigley at all. So like to spend money, yes, 100%. Vegas has made me soft. I will voluntarily, yes. Thin blood me, 100%. Yes, I am 50 degrees is now cold for me. Like,
listen, I'm on a blood thinner every day.
You warm, right? So the problem,
people are like, why do you wear a hoodie and stuff every day? Because I'm freezing all the time. I live in an igloo.
You're like Deion Sanders in that sense.
The
interesting thing is the person I'm going with that they want to do this outdoor boat architect tour. That's supposed to be like really cool. And I'm like, what's the temperature? Like, how cold is it going to be on a river in Chicago in April where I'm staring at buildings? Like, if this is bad, I'm going to
get you a BVB beanie. You're going to have to wear the BVB beanie that Chef B got us.
I'm going to be such sorry, Will. I'm going to be such a prick if I'm on a boat cold staring at buildings, which seems to be very cool. Okay. But in early April, yeah, I was being forced to do this. So
it's like a first date type thing. I mean, you can't say no.
Third date type thing. Yes.
Yeah, but you can't say no.
I can't say no. No. She wants to do it. I said, fine. She's like, suck it up. I'm like, okay. Hockey games are not cold. Rinks are awesome. Rinks are I love rinks because the air is cold and there's no wind.
It's perfect.
There's no wind at all. It's perfect. Madeline I'm going to be in a rink for 3 hours today. She's got 3 different things from 4 to 7. I'm going to be in a rink today. I'm down. It's so easy to deal with cold temperatures versus wind and water. No bueno.
You are soft.
Bueno. The wind blows right down the corridor of the river. Don't tell me this, Jay. Don't tell me these things. Oh, it's not going to be good. This is going to be on the boat.
What are you talking about?
Oh, look. Oh, speaking from experience.
On the boat in that weather is terrible. Speaking from experience. And Johnny knows. That's Johnny Parlay. Johnny just speaks the truth.
Yeah, Roger, man.
Do a poll. Is Matt soft?
Oh, 100%. I don't need to. It's yes. The answer is yes. I will openly.
I can't believe we might have 98% yeses.
I am soft when it comes to being outside, sitting, watching, doing nothing. Now, I am not soft about being outside exercising. Now, I'll go out. I don't care what the temperature is. I don't care what the weather is. Wind, rain, snow. Don't care. If I'm moving, I'll do whatever you need me to do. If I'm sitting and doing nothing but staring, no, thank you. No way. That's not. If I'm active,
Really
I'm
at
good.
that architecture in that joint. That'll be nice.
Architecture. Okay, sure. It's supposed to be great. Everyone says it's awesome. Everyone says it's really fun. But high of 53 and raining. You can't do April 7th that far out. My gosh.
Wait a second. Is this the weather portion of the show?
Casey, it's a month from now. You tell me it's going to be raining in Chicago a month from now? It's a little hard to do that. I mean,
Casey from KC's now our weather guy. I had no idea. He looked ahead a month for the weather in Chicago in April. The weather in Chicago changes by the hour.
Right? Let alone, yeah. So no, that's not. Yeah, no. I'm like the greedy, the wind's ripping off that lake. Yes, I am very similar to that. Yes, I give you that. That's very true. We're 30 miles from the lake. Are you really, Gorov? What do you mean? Oh, from Lake Las Vegas. Yes, I hear you're saying.
Yeah.
All right, basketball tonight here in Vegas. St. Mary's laying 11.5 to Santa Clara. Someone's got to explain the line move to me. I don't get this.
Why?
Well, Santa Clara has already played in this building. Played last night, won the game by 25 points. Santa Clara has played St. Mary's tough. They killed the first game, then it played them tough the second game. And St. Mary's had the Jefferson kid for both those two games. They won't have.
Hold on, you're frozen. Don't move. Hold on.
I thought we solved that.
Bam, you're back. Go.
I thought we solved that.
Nope.
St. Mary's not going to have the Jefferson kid. So they had him in the first two matchups against Santa Clara. I mean, it was 9.5 last night. Where I took it at 9.5. It's now up to 11. 11.5.
People like the St. Mary's
to kill them. That's why I think everyone's just like it's like everyone's loving on it. I don't agree.
Soft rims.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I've only watched because we watched the Pacific. I watched the Pacific portions of the Pepperdine Pacific game. That's about it. That's all I've seen. So I haven't seen it complete there, but I don't know. I'm surprised.
San Diego got smoked by one of these teams, huh?
Santa Clara.
Okay.
By 25 last night. Killed them.
Lavin's the coach of San Diego. I didn't know that. I was watching the game the other night. I was like, wait a second. Lavin's the coach at San Diego?
Yeah, I'm with you, Covey. I'm on Santa Clara too. I mean, St. Mary's doesn't have their backup center. He's not going to play tonight. And they don't have Jefferson. They're starting forward. I think St. Mary's wins the game, but
you think they're setting this up with this?
I think this is a fake move. I do. I mean,
set it up to come back later.
I guess it's already down to 10.5. Someone just said it's already come down. But I mean, I don't understand. I don't get the line move. I thought it would go the other way.
It's painted 11.5 everywhere.
Wow. I mean, yeah, and this too. Both Gonzaga and St. Mary's might be looking ahead to tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow's the real game, not today.
Right.
I mean, it just seems the steam on this. I don't understand the steam on this. Yes, DeJuice right. St. Mary's only won by 5 the last time they played. St. Mary's was at home when that happened.
Right.
They beat them by 24, but that was back in January. That was a while ago when they beat them by 24. I don't know. I have a hard time seeing this. Yes, I agree. St. Mary's wins. Santa Clara covers. Yes.
Oh, there you go. Okay,
that's what I think that happens too. What about Gonzaga laying 9 up against San Francisco?
No, Root was on Friday. Really liked this Gonzaga team.
Yeah, I think Gonzaga has a shot to kill San Fran. If I was going to lay the points between these games, I'd lay it with the Zags.
What was the season series with these two?
Both 86-68 over San Francisco last week for Gonzaga
at home,
and on a semi away. I guess it was San Fran played like on a building off campus facility. They played San Fran.
Okay.
And then they were at home and beat them 77-72.
Oh, so they did play them close once.
Yep. KenPom has it as a 7-point win for Gonzaga.
San Francisco played yesterday?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I heard it in Root's voice. I think Gonzaga's playing with a different purpose, right?
I would agree. They're hot. I think you can lay the points. I do. I think that's possible. I do think St. Mary's also is in the weird place of being the 1 seed and being the hunted versus the hunter, which is they are always a team to be hunted, to be the hunter, not the team that people are hunting. So that's a different position for them to be in as the 1 seed in the conference tournament. So, I'll be curious.
Give our hoops guys something to vote on.
Okay.
Zags -9, San Fran +9. Who you got? I think we'll get a lot more Zag votes.
Yeah.
A lot.
Where they're playing right now.
Probably going to need to. Wow. Steve Anderson said lay it to 10 on the Zags. Woo!
Yeah, that's not that big of a difference, but I get the point. I mean, I do. It's not nuts. Hottest team in the country. They are. They're in. I don't mind San Fran first half, but I would prefer if you're going to bet a first half, I think Santa Clara is a better bet first half, personally.
That sounded like that when you talked that out.
That's a better bet. Santa Clara, they played last night. It's a bigger number. I think that's a better bet personally if you're going to go for a first half number in college basketball tonight. Phoenix is at Cleveland in the NBA tonight. They're laying 6.5. This is an interesting situation, right?
Why are they laying so many points on the road? Literally nobody playing for Cleveland?
Probably so. That's what it looks like.
How could this be? Everybody back for Phoenix? This doesn't make sense.
It's a big number.
Yeah, well, I guess nobody's playing for Cleveland. That doesn't make sense.
What? Raiders just signed Gardner Minshew. Just signed with the Raiders.
Is that right?
He's going to be the starting quarterback in Vegas.
He's got a shot.
What are we doing?
They brought him in.
What are we doing, boys?
Wow.
Oh, boy. I thought it was going to be Justin Fields. I thought it would be Justin Fields coming in.
Man.
Justin Fields to the Raiders is what has to happen. That's the move that they need.
That's not happening now with that move, right?
Probably not. No, unless Gardner Minshew be the starting quarterback. You think Gardner Minshew can beat the Raiders? Can beat the Chiefs? What? Get out of here. What are we doing? And then we got
that Phoenix line. Something's fishy.
Nothing
makes sense.
Why is this only 4?
Why
is Dallas only laying 4 in Chicago?
On the road, Dallas has been very questionable.
Fair. But Chicago.
I don't know. That line's going to come down. That's not going up. So when you do the road team favored,
right?
Like that's why I can't understand the Phoenix number.
Okay,
it'd be 4, 3.5 or 4. This is the standard. The better team is on the road. They're favored. How much are they favored by? Very rarely do you see a road favorite of more than like 5. So that's. I don't know. I don't know. This dog Cleveland, dog Chicago. That's what a first thought is.
Dog here. No Jalen Brown. No Jalen Brown. No Kristaps Porzingis.
Wait, Brown's not playing?
I don't believe so. He's questionable.
Tatum night tonight? Whoa. This thing's 12.
Okay, so he's playing. So Brown is playing. But KP's not playing. Holiday's not playing. And Brown's questionable.
And I still think I'd lay it. That was a really good opportunity.
Okay, Brown's up to being probable now. Okay, Tatum's. They're both playing. LL.
Obviously,
the line move. They're both playing.
Yeah,
that's what that tells you.
That was a good opportunity. It was another thing that happened over the weekend that we didn't mention. The Celtics destroyed the
Mikey,
Suns.
are you being serious with that? Because I'll put that on the screen if you're being serious with that. Tell me if that's serious, what you just wrote.
No,
that'd be awesome if that would be true.
No, it can't be.
Line's 10.5 now for the Celtics. Dave said it was 11.5.
12.
12.5. Okay, no.
12.
Okay.
Yeah, it's insane. It's out of, it's done. Boom.
Unbelievable.
Total over.
Yeah.
219.
Now.
That's a blowout. Put the hockey with that.
It's time for better to vote. All right, I bet it. Dave says he likes it. By betting it, he doesn't. He books it. I got a 3-leg money line parlay for you.
Oh.
St. Mary's, Gonzaga,
Okay.
and Hofstra against Stony Brook.
Oh.
Hofstra number's gone up from 5.5 to 6. Hofstra beat them both times.
We
It was
did this
close.
last year with Hofstra, and they lost. Took them in a money line parlay. This is the semifinals in Washington, D.C.
Yep.
Is this their first game?
Second game, I believe.
Because I know Stony Brook already played.
Yes.
They had a big upset. Love Hofstra tonight, the Juice? Really? And Chris Covey says Stony Brook is live.
74-69, the final. They beat Delaware yesterday, 73-58. Hofstra did. Hofstra is one of the hotter teams. I mean, they have won 5 of 6.
All right, I'll just say book it.
Okay.
But not because St. Mary's or Gonzaga is going to lose. It's because Hofstra could lose.
Possibly, yes.
That's the only one.
It
so
is
2
possible.
of the 3, I think, win.
Santa Clara plus 9.5.
You like this?
I do. Bet it. I liked it.
I'll say book it too.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I think this is these games tonight might be blowouts.
Possible. The Sun Belt final. James Madison laying 5, 30-3 straight up. James Madison.
Wow. Really? In Pensacola Bay Center in Pensacola, Florida.
Yep. 30-3, James Madison. Best record in college basketball.
This punches a ticket, huh?
Yep.
Bet
it is a 6-point win according to KenPom.
JMU. Yeah.
JMU minus 5. And then Bruins over 5.5.
Can we just bet the Bruins team total over?
You can do that. You like? Sure.
I think that's better.
Bombi added Cleveland State to that parlay too.
Oh. See, this is what's fun. We talk about these things, and then all of a sudden, guys start to play with their apps. Almost said something else. I almost said something else. I had to pause.
Play with their what?
They play with their app, and they add a team, and they go, "Oh, it pays this now, pays this now."
Yeah.
That's good. But Boston over. What if it's 4-1 again, like it was?
Could be. But I think it's 4-2. I'll take the Bruins on the over. Super chat questions to be answered here from you guys. Steven Anderson, how do we feel about KU 12-1? Win the Big 12. Self has to be fighting for some respect. If McCullers is healthy, this is serious value. Agree or disagree?
Well, I mean, it is to win the Big 12, but I don't think they're going to win.
Too tough.
One of those ones, Steve. I don't think they have to beat now 2 really good teams.
Yeah.
The way that they're in, right? They're gonna have a tough road based on their last couple games. I mean, it's a great ticket if it gets to the final. I don't even think they're gonna get to the final. So
yeah, I'm with you. I don't like the value. I think there's too many teams, too many obstacles in KU's way. And then Dave's Daily Pick says, look for my BVB hat tonight at the Horizon League semifinals. Center court, 10 rows up, go Milwaukee.
Oh, excellent.
So he will be there. We can.
Where's that game at? Horizon League is playing Indianapolis, Indiana.
Okay. Yeah. Very cool.
Cleveland State against Oakland, Milwaukee against Northern Kentucky. 2 good games.
Nice.
What?
2 very good games. Yes, I would agree.
Ice app.
Playing with their Eron Shawn. Hey, want to play with my app?
Play with my app.
Oh, that's tremendous.
Yes.
Yeah. No, they're eligible to get in. Yeah, they're eligible to play. JMU's eligible to play. Guys, we're gonna do a favorite thing about today on the other side. We'll do that in a quick bonus time for you guys. So if you're hanging out, don't move. We'll do that on the other side. If you're with us live on SiriusXM or with us on Sports Grid, you guys back tomorrow. We're with you, same place, same time. For you who are live with us on YouTube and Twitter, do not move. You're getting bonus time. Favorite thing about today is what?
North Carolina got sports betting.
It
which
did.
is a big deal.
It
right?
is.
And I'm sure we're going to hear more about it from people we know. I'm waiting to get a report from a couple guys that I know that are signing up for apps and playing with different apps and bonuses. And it's dried up, P-Roll. It's not like it was. The gold rush is not what it was. So I don't know if that's the operators realizing we've done this before, we don't need to do that again, or
Right.
they're just going, it's not really real. Maybe we shouldn't do it. I don't know. Either way, that's why I was wearing all the North Carolina stuff at the opening. I wore my North Carolina Tar Heel hat. Ramses is on my sweatshirt right over here. I mean, it's all over the place. I got all the North Carolina stuff. I think they're live to win the whole thing. And my other favorite thing about today is these hats. The live show. It's coming together, Pepper. It's coming together. We got things happening. We got people coming. A lot of locals are making plans to stop in, say hello. We got like Raj and his kid are coming. Francisco's driving from California. I got the text today. Somebody's talking about coming from Arizona.
Nice.
I said, perfect. This will be fun. And we got options if you're staying a weekend. Bunch of different places and things to do that I'm finding out about, like, grand opening today. Talk to some people. So all good. Favorite thing about today, we're one day closer to Thursday, which is a week away.
Unbelievable.
21st, 22nd.
Very cool.
Resorts World.
Two things for me. The first being what happened last night. You realize that I never thought, having a daughter, I did not think I was going to be able to relive certain things from her childhood. I was carrying Madeline when Malcolm Butler intercepted Russell Wilson's pass in the Super Bowl. She was dead asleep. She's heard the story like her whole life. We were watching the Dynasty together, and for her to get into it and watch every episode and to ask all different questions about, like, where was I living? What was this? What was that? And then we get to the Deflategate episode last night, and she is standing on the table or on the bed, not literally, but basically motherfucking Roger Goodell at the TV set. I was like, this is the proudest moment of my life. My daughter absolutely going, you guys just hated Tom Brady. Phenomenal. And then Brady gave Patriot Nation and us in the Brigade something that we need to have on a t-shirt very soon, Dave.
What's that?
FEA.
Writing this down. FEA. Go.
Fuck them all. They never wanted you to win anyway.
Listen, I was rooting against Tom Brady many, many times. many times in the book as a Steeler fan. A lot of things. If I find Tom and I am close range at any point, I'm going to ask him to say one thing for me. Tom, what does FEA mean? And just record it.
Oh, watch the Dynasty. He says it was an FEA moment. And the guy in the ring goes, what's that? He goes, fuck them all, baby. It was unbelievable. It was like, stop. Patriot Nation were like, and I was like, I put it on my Instagram this morning. I go, that's the new motto for BVB. Fuck them all. They don't want you to win anyway.
So good. That's my guy.
I was like,
I'm in.
Go. That's the new let's fucking go for Patriot Nation, the LFG that we have said for years, because Brady would do let's fucking go. Yeah. And that was how Patriot Nation. And now we have FEM or FEA rather. FEA. Fuck them all.
Yeah, so I can't wait to tell the kids that.
Oh, it was, it literally stopped. I was like,
yep.
That might be the greatest thing Brady's ever said. Like, that was tremendous. It was in reference to his championship run and what he did to the league after they suspended him for 4 games for the stupidest story in the history of sports. Really, reliving Deflategate, watching it through, you realize it was the stupidest story in the history of sports. 3 years. Yes, idea. Chef Benny, side of a hat. Put FEA on the side.
Right there. Hey, what's that mean?
You know, you know. If you don't,
Give me some more ammo.
F-E-A.
EA.
My new tat. I don't know if I tattooed that on my body, but it's pretty damn good. I wear it on a t-shirt. That's for damn sure. And I put on a hat. That's for damn sure. Guys, thanks for being here. We appreciate each and every one of you. Good stuff today. We're back tomorrow for another episode of the Bostonian versus the Book. Dave, Matt, same place, same time tomorrow here for BVB.